Imagine standing at the edge of a vast desert, staring at the horizon, desperate to reach the other side. Every step feels endless. The sun beats down, the wind shifts the dunes, and no matter how far you walk, the destination remains elusive. This is how time plays with us when we are waiting for something meant to be. It stretches, it bends, it taunts. But what if I told you that the desert is an illusion, that the distance you perceive is not real? What if you were never truly lost, only being guided? The greatest trick played on human beings is the illusion that time is running out. Society whispers that if you don't act now, if you don't settle, if you don't chase what is in front of you, you will miss your chance. Panic sets in. You start comparing your journey to others, watching them find love, build families, and secure the futures they always wanted. And so the fear begins. Fear that you are being left behind, that the universe has forgotten you, that you are waiting in vain. But this is a lie. Time does not control fate, fate controls time. The divine does not move according to the clocks of men. What is meant for you is not on a deadline. It does not expire, it does not decay, and it cannot be stolen. The delays you perceive are not rejections, but refinements. If you were given what you desire too soon, would you even recognize its worth? More importantly, would you be ready to handle it? The things that truly belong to you require a version of yourself that is prepared, strong, and capable of sustaining them. This is why time stretches, to shape you, to strip you of impatience, to build within you the discipline of waiting without wavering. Think of the seasons. No matter how much winter lingers, spring will always come. You do not force the flowers to bloom, you allow the earth to do its work. The same law applies to your life. What is meant for you is moving toward you as surely as the tide returns to shore. Your only task is to trust the rhythm, to walk forward without desperation, and to know with unshakable certainty that you are never late for what is truly yours. You are walking through a grand marketplace filled with treasures of every kind. Gold glimmers in the light, silks whisper against the air, and voices call out promising you the finest goods. Everything looks tempting, almost perfect, but not all that shines is gold. Some of these treasures are fool's gold, beautiful on the surface, worthless underneath. And if you are not careful, you may trade something priceless for something that merely looks the part. Before you find what is truly meant for you, you will be tested. The universe does not simply hand over what is yours without first seeing if you can recognize its worth. Instead, it places distractions in your path, people who seem right, almost right, close but not quite. These are not mistakes, they are lessons designed to sharpen your vision, to teach you the difference between what you want and what you truly need. You will meet someone who excites you but leaves you feeling empty. Another who seems to fit, yet something deep inside whispers that something is missing. And then there are those who offer comfort, stability, and security, yet lack the fire that ignites your soul. These encounters are not accidents, they are strategic. They reveal your weaknesses, expose your fears, and challenge your ability to say no to the lesser so that you can say yes to the greater. The danger is in settling. Many do. They choose what is available rather than what is meant. They accept the good enough instead of the extraordinary. Why? Because waiting is difficult. Because uncertainty is uncomfortable. Because the illusion of safety is often more tempting than the risk of the unknown. But those who settle will always carry a quiet regret, a knowing that somewhere something greater was waiting, if only they had held on a little longer. The true test is not in finding the right person, it is in resisting the wrong ones. It is in walking away from what does not fully align, even when it is tempting. It is in trusting that what is truly yours cannot be lost. The distractions will come, they will be beautiful, convincing, and almost perfect, but almost is not enough, not for you, not for the life you are meant to have. Imagine a blade being forged in fire. It starts as raw metal, dull and unshaped. The heat engulfs it, bending it, breaking it, forcing it into something new. The hammer strikes over and over, each blow stronger than the last. It seems brutal, unfair even, but without the fire, without the pressure, without the relentless pounding, the metal remains weak, incapable of becoming a weapon, a tool, a masterpiece. You are that blade. Before you receive what is truly meant for you, you will be tested through suffering. This is not punishment, this is preparation. Love, destiny, and the life you dream of are not handed out freely. They require strength, resilience, and depth. And these things are only forged in the fire of hardship. The pain you have endured, the heartbreaks that nearly broke you, the loneliness that lingered longer than you expected, these were never meant to destroy you, they were meant to shape you. Many people misunderstand suffering. They see it as a sign that something is wrong, that they have been forgotten, that life is unfair. But suffering is the greatest teacher. It strips away illusions. It forces you to confront who you are, what you truly desire, and what you refuse to settle for. It breaks down the weak parts of you, the impatience, the insecurity, the fear, so that only the strongest version of yourself remains. Think of every loss you have endured, the relationships that ended, the betrayals that cut deep, the moments where you questioned if you would ever find what you were looking for. Did they not teach you? Did they not refine your understanding of love, of self-worth, of patience? Without those painful experiences, would you even recognize the right person when they arrive? More importantly, would you be ready to handle them, to sustain what is meant for you, to appreciate it fully? There is no greatness without suffering. The strongest bonds are not formed in ease but in trials. The most powerful love is not rushed but revealed through endurance. Every hardship, every tear, every moment of doubt is not a delay. It is the making of you. The fire is painful, but when it has done its work, you will emerge unbreakable. And when the time comes, when you finally stand face to face with what was always meant to be yours, you will not just be ready, you will be worthy. There comes a moment just before something great happens, when everything seems to fall apart. The path that once felt clear becomes clouded with uncertainty. The confidence you once carried begins to crack. And then, what if I'm wrong? What if I've been waiting for nothing? What if I miss my chance? Doubt is the final gatekeeper before destiny. It does not appear when you are far from your path, it appears when you are closest. It is not a sign of failure, but of proximity. The reason doubt grows louder is because you are on the verge of something real, something life-changing. And the last test before you reach it is whether you will surrender to fear or push through it. Doubt is designed to shake you. It makes you question every decision, every sacrifice, every instinct that once felt so clear. It will come from within you, whispering in your own voice. It will come from the people around you, friends who mean well but do not understand your journey, family members who think they are protecting you from disappointment. The world will tell you to choose the safer route, to lower your expectations, to take what is available instead of waiting for what is right. Many people listen. They convince themselves that they were foolish to believe in something greater. They settle, not because they found what they truly wanted, but because doubt convinced them that waiting any longer was pointless. And so they walk away, not from a dream, but from a reality that was just within reach. But those who understand the game know the truth. The storm of doubt is always strongest right before the breakthrough. The greater the promise, the greater the resistance. When doubt begins to creep in, it is not a signal to turn back. It is a signal to hold the line. Think of every moment in history where someone changed their life forever. The athlete before the final race, the artist before their greatest work, the leader before their defining moment. Doubt was always there, whispering, tempting them to stop just short of victory. But those who win are not the ones who never feel doubt. They are the ones who refuse to be controlled by it. And so when doubt comes for you, do not let it deceive you. It is not a sign that you are lost. It is a sign that you are closer than ever before. Imagine standing before two doors. One is open, welcoming, familiar. It leads to comfort, to certainty, to a path where you know exactly what to expect. The other door is closed. You don't know what's behind it. It could lead to everything you've ever wanted or to nothing at all. You hesitate. The safe choice is obvious, but something inside you whispers that the greater reward lies behind the unknown. This is the final test. No matter how aligned your destiny is, no matter how clearly the signs have pointed you in a certain direction, the choice is always yours. Nothing is forced upon you. The universe does not drag people into their purpose. It offers, it nudges, it opens doors, but it will not walk through them for you. That decision belongs to you alone. And this is where many fail. After all the waiting, the trials, the suffering, they finally reach the threshold of what was meant for them, and they hesitate. Fear takes hold. The weight of past disappointments convinces them that taking the risk is too dangerous. Doubt reminds them of the times they trusted before and got hurt. The temptation to retreat into what is known, into what is safe, becomes overwhelming, and so many turn away from the very thing they spent years searching for. But those who understand the nature of choice know this: the final door only opens for those who have the courage to walk through it. The right person, the right opportunity, the life you were meant to live. It will not beg you to choose it. It will not chase after you if you turn away. Fate presents the moment, but it is up to you to seize it. Some call this free will, others call it the last trial before the reward. Either way, the truth is the same. At the moment when everything is within reach, you must decide if you truly want it. So when that moment comes, when you stand before the choice that will change your life, ask yourself, will you let fear dictate your fate? Will you take the safe path and wonder forever what could have been? Or will you choose the unknown, trusting that what was meant for you was waiting on the other side all along? The door will not stay open forever. Choose wisely. Picture a river flowing steadily toward the ocean. It twists and turns, encountering obstacles along the way, rocks that try to block its path, dry seasons that threaten to slow it down. But no matter what stands in its way, the river does not stop. It does not question whether it will reach the sea. It simply moves forward, knowing that the journey is part of the process. This is how fate works. What is meant for you is not something you must chase, force, or manipulate into existence. It is already moving toward you, just as you are moving toward it. But the process requires something many people struggle with: trust. The kind of trust that is not shaken by delays, the kind of trust that does not crumble in the face of temporary setbacks, the kind of trust that allows you to rest in the certainty that what is yours cannot be lost. The greatest mistake people make is believing they must control everything, forcing connections, rushing timelines, desperately trying to hold on to things that are slipping away. But desperation does not bring what is meant for you, it repels it. The person who panics in the river drowns, while the one who learns to move with the current reaches the shore with ease. When you truly trust the process, you stop worrying about when things will happen. You stop comparing your journey to others. You stop making choices out of fear that you will be left behind. Instead, you operate from a place of confidence. You recognize that every delay has purpose, that every obstacle is shaping you, that every detour is leading you exactly where you need to be. The test is not in finding what is meant for you. It is in proving that you are ready to receive it. And readiness is not about being perfect. It is about having the patience to endure without losing faith, the wisdom to recognize the real from the counterfeit, and the courage to step into what is yours when the moment arrives. Trust is not passive, it is an active choice, a discipline, a mindset. And those who master it, those who refuse to be shaken by uncertainty, are the ones who arrive exactly where they were always meant to be. The river does not question the ocean, it simply flows. So should you.